So today, we're playing the PYROMANCER. We might have had an awesomely cheesy run today, which involves the FLAMEWHIP, a CHEESE GOOBERT, and the good old friendly fire, and the whole thing does crazy things just like this. Now we are going to begin a stone golem, crazy armor, friendly fire, FLAMEWHIP. They have so much armor, they're going to be super tanky. They're going to be dealing big damage to us. However, we're turbo stacking the heat even faster, and we're scaling our life. But hey, check this run out, and let me know what you think of this build. Okie dokie, so today we're running Stack Surprises and we're going to be jumping in some rank games with the PYROMANCER. Okay, we do start off with an offering bowl and a pineapple. I actually do want to keep the pineapple because then we can actually go for a flame type build, which is going to be fantastic. Now we did also get a wolf badge on sale in the first shop, which is craziness, along with a broom, which we could actually offer these up, but honestly, wolf badge does sound amazing. Now we do want to roll looking for some different items. Holy sale, we're going to be buying all these items. I do want to grab an extra flame. However, we could also grab the forging hammer. However, I'm just going to grab the flame. I want to roll once again. Okay, we're definitely going to grab this. And I'm going to reserve the wooden sword. We're going to be crafting up that burning coal. I'm going to actually take the stone to offer that up too. And we're going to move on. We're going to be offering up our broom, our healing herbs, and our stone with our setup for now. And we could keep our broom, but we're definitely going to be offering up. And are we going to be able to win this first round? Smashing. Taking on a ranger, turbo deleting. Okay, so we got ourselves a flutes. We got ourselves a flutes and a garlic. So then we definitely want to grab this wooden sword. We definitely want to grab the gloves. Unfortunately, we're going to have to reserve this leather bag and we're going to move on. Now we actually cannot craft up. Our torch because we ended up crafting up burning coal, but that should be okay for now. We're going to move on. And we did move our wolf badge, so our pineapple can actually stack up a little bit faster. Now we should have actually moved the garlic in over as well. So we're going to be solely relying on the pineapple for now to stack up that spikes, and honestly it's going to be carrying us. Just pausing the video here very quickly just to ask you to subscribe. It really helps me out. Thanks. Now let's get back to the video. For this round and potentially the next round. Now we could also craft up claws attack, which I actually am going to do because that is going to carry us even more. Now do you want to roll? I do actually want to grab this banana too. Now we're going to opt to have in our flutes as well. That should be pretty darn good. I do actually want to reserve this leather bag. And we're going to take out our blueberries and we're going to move on. So, is the pineapple going to carry us even more? Every 2.5 seconds, get some spikes. We do have a flute to try and potentially stack up a little bit of block for us to keep us alive, being a little bit more tanky. But honestly, smashing. Taking on the berserker. Now with that, we're going to get a claws attack, which is going to be awesome. We definitely want to grab our banana. We definitely want to grab this leather bag. And with that, we could take the customer card. We'll grab it for now, and we will offer it up. Which does mean I'm going to roll. That is a spike collar if we do want to. And now we can finally craft up a torch, which I'm going to do. And with that, I'm actually going to leave the spike collar for now. Even though we could be in that battle rage for a little bit longer. Don't exactly want to grab it right now. It's a lot of gold and I do want to find some different items. However, we should be able to take on this berserker for sure. It's going to be close, but smashing. Actually wasn't really that close whatsoever. Fantastic. And with that, what are we going to get? We got ourselves a bag of stones and a flame, which is not too bad. I do want to be offering up as much as we can in our offering bowl so we get even more flames. I'm going to grab the box of riches. And we could craft up magic torch. We did already pass on a health pot. So I think we're just going to craft up burning torch. And we could have actually went for a spike staff since a mana herb showed up. We're going to take the mana herb because we could end up going for a firebender type setup, which could be fantastic. We do need to find, honestly, we do need to find a turn whip as soon as possible. However, this PYROMANCER is dealing a lot of damage. They do have a ton of healing. Well, they're dealing a lot of damage because they do have the artifact stone heat, and we still managed to pull ahead, which is absurd because this adds so much damage to the burning torch. It is genuinely quite crazy. It added so much damage to their weapon. However, with our spikes combined with our torch and our claws attack, we could just pull ahead, which is fantastic. And with that, we're definitely downgrading every time we use our offering bowl. We do want to get as much flames as possible. We're going to be taking this leather bag. We're going to be taking this mana orb. We could craft up gloves of power with this. However, I'm not going to bother. That's another pineapple I do want to grab. We could also go for a double axe type build, but it's going to be very, very difficult to try and find that second axe. So I might actually let it go. However, I will take a second pineapple, that's for sure. So we can start turbo stacking spikes. However, can we survive going up again this ranger? They're going to have a ton of healing efficiency, which does mean their vampirism is going to be healing them for a lot more. We do get that damage mitigation with the wolf badge, but is it going to be enough? Did we have enough time to stack up those spikes? Unfortunately. No. Now with that, we're definitely going to be taking this leather bag. We are 100% going to be taking this pineapple soon. Now that's a fanfare on sale, which we are 100% going to be taking also. Because we can actually offer this up in our offering bowl as well. With that, I know I do have these sapphires, but I'm going to actually sell it to roll. Do we actually want any of these extra items? Not exactly. I'm going to sell another one to roll. That is a cheese, which we do want to grab so we can actually start stacking up even more max HP. And we're going to move on. Now, Dancing Dragon is going to be a lot of DPS. As you can see, they basically done half and like quarter of our HP, which is madness, but we can bring it back. We've stacked up a lot of spikes and smashing. Fantastic. Now we get to choose our subclass. We're going to be offering up our fanfare. What we're going to get? Okay, we got ourselves the gooberts. Should we go for cheese gooberts? Honestly, I'm kind of down for it, especially with friendly fire. Hell yeah. Friendly fire on sale. Now we do not want to offer up our friendly fire, that's for sure. We do want to grab the cheese. Do we want any of these items? Not exactly. We're going to roll. We could craft a vampiric armor or even dragon scale armor. We're not going to. I do want to roll. That's a spike collar on sale, which we are definitely going to have to grab. Now with that, I'm going to have to sort our inventory out, so I'll be back in a second while we do that. Okay, so for this round, we are going to have our setup like this. We're going to be crafting over the cheese gooberts, which is going to be awesome. We do have a friendly fire in this position. It's not going to be super ideal, but still getting some decent value. Now we are having our wolf badge targeted food items, more so than our weapons, because with our friendly fire, we should be able to turbo stack our setup anyways. Now I do actually want to grab this island because that is going to be scaling damage. Now we did take out a garlic along with one flame to make this work. However, our opponent here is running a turnip with a frozen flame. They're going to be inflicting some frost on us, especially with that book of ice, which is going to be problematic. However, we're going to be turbo stacking our buffs. So we should honestly be able to pass our opponents out like crazy. Smashing even. Okay, we did find ourselves that turnip, which does mean we're going to be saying goodbye to both Torch and Claws of Attack. And we're 100% going to be crafting up this flame up for sure. I do also want to be taking this eye lamp to be scaling up our damage. That's also going to be another set of blueberries, and it's also going to be that corrupted crystal so we can reduce our opponent's healing as well. So a lot of fantastic items that I do really want. For this round, I'm going to be selling our little garlic so we can actually take the corrupted crystal, and we're going to be taking the blueberries as well. With that, we may actually want to add in our banana into this position for now as well, just so we actually get some stamina. Until we find a little bit of storage, we're going to roll on with this setup. Now we did take our flute, which is going to be problematic, but we should be able to go crazy once we craft up our flame up. Our double axe is going to be quite scary because it's going to be a lot of damage, and unfortunately, yeah, definitely smashing our faces in. However, we're going to be taking a stamina sack, which does mean we can have a flute back in. We're going to be taking another flame. We do want to roll. Do we actually want any of these items? We could take a Jin's lamp. That's also that cap resilience, which I do also want. Honestly, at this point, I'm going to sell one flame to take Jin's lamp. I do want to take cap resilience, but we're going to move on with this setup for now. And we'll see. Now, Jin's lamp we did add in because once we use up our spikes, it's going to be stacking up our spikes first, so our flame can consistently scale up, which should be fantastic. So then we have scaling damage, and we have scaling life, which should be fantastic. And smash. We managed to actually managed to reach that big threshold to deal that damage, which is insane. We're definitely scaling build, so we do desperately need to grab as much of these helmets as possible. Now, alternatively, we can actually go for Draconic Orbs, which might actually be played too. We're going to reserve the Draconic Orb. It also removes spikes, which is going to be kind of awesome too. And we're going to move on. Now, we are crafting up our Cap Discomfort to reduce our opponent's healing, because if we do come across a lot of Nocturnal Locklifters, they're going to have a ton of healing. So we also want to prioritize getting a lot of amethysts as well. which should be fantastic. However, this opponent is going to be dealing a lot to us. We are about to reach that heat threshold and smashing. Fantastic. That's another cheese, which we could be scaling up even more max HP. But let's grab Draconic Garb for now. Let's sell this. And sell this. And sell this. To grab the cheese. And we could also grab the Wall Protector, but I'm going to move on with the setup. I'm actually going to take out 1 flame so we can add in our cheese. So then we're stacking up even more life. And also some buffs, which is going to be awesome. Now we'll see. Can we actually take on Nocturnal Locklifter? We'll just have to see. That's going to be a lot of skilling damage on that Falcon Blade. It was going to be kind of absurd. We're about to reach that heat threshold and smashing. Fantastic. Now we did actually make it towards the end with 4 lives. However, I do believe we can actually take this further. So let's go ahead and continue on. Some blueberries. Let's roll. We could take an extra Jane's Lamp. You don't exactly want to. Now we could also take the Fanfare. This would generate up mana. It could also generate us up in power, which does increase our damage on our flame. I'm going to grab it. I do want to roll. That's Prismatic Orb, which I do actually want to grab it too. However, I do want to actually grab this fanny pack for now. So we can add a Fanfare in down below. Now we're losing out on a lot of items. But we definitely want this Prismatic Orb. With that, we are going to roll on with the setup for now. And we do get a little bit of healing reduction. We are going to begin another healing build. Healing reduction is super important. Our opponent is going to turbo stack their Vampirism like crazy. However, we're turbo stacking our heats. We're scaling per life, which is going to be absurd. And smashing. Cheese Goobert definitely keeping us alive. Definitely keeping us alive until we reach our 60 heat. Now with the Fanfare as well, it literally only really gave us 3 in power, which is not really that great. But still. And we did actually want to take this Prismatic Orb because that is literally going to be mana, so our friendly fire can start stacking up super fast. And we could also go for King's Crown to protect our buffs if we do want to. We could also go for Heart Container, which might not be too bad. It would be a lot of regen scaling first, which is going to give us more max HP, so kind of do actually want to grab it. However, I do want to roll. That's another Draconic Orb, which I do also want to grab. But unfortunately, we're going to need a lot of storage. And slowly, we're losing all the heat items around our friendly fire, which is not super great. But we're going to roll on. However, like that, we are scaling build. We do have the Captain's Comfort to try and prevent a lot of burst damage builds. But there's no way we can compete with big burst damage builds. It's super unfortunate. That was always going to be a loss. At this point, we're going to be taking a Heart Container. I do actually want to keep this Box of Riches in, but unfortunately, we haven't really found any really good gemstones. Definitely got unlucky. I'm going to sell it, which is unfortunate. It is what it is. We could sell all our items to get this Draconic Orb. However, I do actually want to keep all our flames. So unfortunately, I think we're going to roll on once again, which is not super ideal. But it is what it is. Now we are going to begin a Stone Golem, crazy armor, friendly fire, flame up. They have so much armor. They're going to be super tanky. They're going to be dealing big damage to us. However, we're turbo stacking our heat even faster. And we're scaling our life. And just completely outpacing our opponents. And especially, getting the Heart Container to increase our HP as well, which is awesome. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on for now. Let's take our Draconic Orb. We could take Phoenix to resurrect, especially with all our life stacking. That does sound amazing. We definitely want to grab it, but we're lacking on a lot of storage. So I'm going to roll. Okay, a second Prismatic Orb would be fantastic, not going to lie. But we're definitely going to take this Potion Belt for now. However, I do also want a Prismatic Orb. 2 pretty darn good items. I do want all these items really badly. However, I'm going to have our Prismatic Orb in this position. That way we get some increased healing efficiency and some mana. But for right now, we're going to move on. We definitely want a second Prismatic Orb. And we definitely want that Phoenix. Because with all our max HP stacking, we can then stack up our heat once again once we do resurrect. However, can we beat this Anvil? It's going to be quite close. We did reach a heat threshold. And smashing. Definitely the increase to our HP is working out in our favor quite significantly. We do have 20 gold. So for this one, I'm actually going to grab the Phoenix. I do want to roll. Let's roll again, and I do need to find a lot of storage. Okay, so we managed to move our setup around quite a bit. Now our Cheese Goobert is going to be targeted from our blueberries, along with our Phoenix for now. Our Wolf Badge is going to be targeting our Flutes, our Fanfare, our Prismatic Orb, our blueberries, and our Phoenix. Now, we did have to put in our banana in this position. It is super unfortunate, but we do need to keep our stamina as much as we can. And next round, our final round, we are definitely going to be taking Prismatic Orb. And we're going to move on. Now, pineapples in this position is not going to be super great because, again, you need to kind of separate your food items around each other rather than stacking them up together. But we'll see. We are going to begin a Dark Lantern. They are going to resurrect. However, they are inflicting a lot of debuffs. We do resurrect. However, smashing. I was going to say we do resurrect, but we just turbo smashed them. Our DPS at this point is 51. Adding in Phoenix added 12 DPS, which is fantastic. Let's go ahead and continue on. One final round to go. Can we actually make it? Well, we're going to be taking a Prismatic Orb. I do want to roll once, looking for a little bit of storage, and unfortunately, we didn't get a bag opportunity. This does mean we need to roll once more. I'm going to grab the spike collar, roll once more, and we got a protective purse, which is pretty darn bad. So unfortunately, we pretty much low rolled getting this protective purse. So we're going to sell our spike collar, which we probably could have kept. I'm going to add in our food items, like so. I'm going to roll once more. I'm going to sell this gemstone to roll once again. There's no way we can actually afford to add it in. So this is literally going to be our final setup, which honestly has been a ton of fun. FLAMEWHIP, CHEESE GOOBERT, pretty darn good. Now, if we did get a vampiric armor, we could actually be able to trigger Jin's Lamp. But unfortunately, we're going to only be really using Jin's Lamp, so we can actually guarantee that we stack up spikes. But with that, this is going to be our final setup. FLAMEWHIP with eye lamp for scaling damage. I wish we had more eye lamps. That way, we could scale up a crazy amount of damage. However, with the CHEESE GOOBERTs, and this extra cheese, we're able to stack up enough life so we can actually just deal damage. Enough damage with our FLAMEWHIP to actually smash down our opponent. We can also get to our friendly fire wing con, which is fantastic. Now, Heart Container is awesome because we do get a scaling regen. If we do proc 40 heats, we do get a crazy amount of max life. And if we stack up enough heats, when we get taken out, our Phoenix can resurrect us, and since we have so much stack on life, we can actually heal for an absurd amount. But anyways, let's go ahead and see, can we actually win out? Are we going to lose? Nocturnal Locklifter, Ruby Chunks. This could be kind of scary. Now, we do have a little bit of healing down, but is that actually going to be enough? We'll just have to see. We're scaling up our life, or we're scaling up our heats, and scaling up our life. We are going to resurrect, and we got a crazy amount of life, and now all we do is start stacking up our heat, but it's going to just fall short. Is it? Unfortunately, it is. And unfortunately, just fell short towards the end. Because as you can see, we actually dealt quite a bit of damage. We actually had more DPS than they did, even though they had Ruby Chunk. Even though they had scaling damage with the Magic Torch, Mana Thirst, Ruby Chunk. However, if you look at their healing efficiency, their healing was literally dealing the same as our damage. Even though we had healing reduction. Our heals actually wasn't too bad, it was about half theirs. And we did stack up quite a bit of max life. But unfortunately, just wasn't enough. Now, if we did get another Cap Discomforts and even more Amethysts, we would have had a way better chance of actually outpacing his opponents. And honestly, adding in the Phoenix, so when we did resurrect, we got a crap ton of life. We came back with nearly 500 max life, which is definitely absurd. But let's go to see just how much rank points we got from this awesome fun build. We did survive 3 lives left, so how much rank points did we get? Plus 12, rank is up quite a bit. Gonna leave it for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. And hope you keep looking for the next one. See you next time.